Hello and welcome back. We're doing the first SRE draw. We're painting for the first time for a week that'll go into June because it is Sunday on the 31st today, and tomorrow it will be June, which means I can trade again. Today we'll just be painting, we'll be doing nothing else. I've looked a little bit at the pairs. We're not in need of a complete redraw, but there are some adjustments needed. So we're in on Singaporean dollar against SPY. There's nothing really interesting there. I see no need for a redraw here. This pair looks completely fine to me. Let's move on. This zone has become weaker, but not invalidated, just weaker. Gapping here, annoying, but not much to do with it. These AUD pairs have been difficult in general, but they're getting better. And this wasn't. So when you have an ATH rejection like that, and it's that strong, incredibly strong, you could do single touch. There are some exceptions. It kind of invalidates the area here, but we don't really have anything new, so we need a rearrange on it. Here it looks like there's some inflation at play. Talking about SR inflation here, not monetary inflation. I mean, we are trading currency pairs, but I'm talking about support and resistance. So some newer zones here using the wicks instead of the bodies here. New body, but it did break through that as well. So we're gonna need a new low here. The problem is that it is not very apparent where the low is. When it's uncertain like this, you go for the lowest lows. So you have a wick here, you have a touch, and then you have a close touch, and that's the closest. There could be volume in these areas around here, but you want to go by the most secure option because you don't want to dumb yourself into a trade. You don't want to do that, especially with weak SR areas and that kind of stuff. It just slaughters your win rate if you go by them. This range looks too big for its own good. It's like ranging inside the range, but that's fine. So Bitcoin readjusted to here. Remember, newest info is always king. You might feel tempted to redraw on top of this in addition to this, but that's inflation. That's too inflationary. So inflationary that it's not tradable. And if it isn't tradable, what's the point, bro? Honestly, just remove this. This is just a good giant ass range. This could be interesting. This is something to watch going into next week for sure. Keep that pair in mind when you're looking at opening. If you're going to look at opening this evening, or if you're going to look at opening on Monday, or if you are really patient and wait till Monday close, do a Tuesday scan. Here we obviously need an adjustment here. This is problematic. This makes an SR very hard. You can see that. But there isn't much we can do with it. All right, so here, yeah, we do have new levels. This just needs to be readjusted like that. This could be nice for a BO looking into next week. I'm seeing a lot of interesting things. But keep in mind, it is June, so a lot of things will stall out inevitably. I'm actually surprised how well these ranges are holding up. hmm Yeah, you see these highs, touch, touch. Insane BO here. I think this one was discussed in the Discord. but I'm not sure if anyone took it. So the obvious new lows are too far down to be accounted for, really. It's gonna have to rearrange unless it plummets down further, which we'll just have to wait and see. That gapping is annoying right there. Makes me wonder if it's gonna gap on opening here today. These have held well, honestly. But the 200 MA in the range with the congested volume zone, you can't see all that. hmm This just needs to rearrange. Wow. You can just remove. It looks like shit, but like I said, when there's a single touch with immense power, it's like it hit some kind of gravity field. You can do a single touch. So we're gonna need some pretty absolutist highs here. Those align very nicely. Also looking with the level. Yep, the level is gonna be fine within that. A lot of cool BOs here. Don't touch this or barely. A lot of great BOs. Those are beautiful. The range seems to have been reduced. Kind of got to zoom in on these because if you look at the levels here, it becomes very choppy and very distractive. So you got to look at it like this. There's like the new range you're playing with. Lower overall view on it. Again, a BO. So these have been phenomenal. I believe I did see some of them materialize. Oh, they touch on CR as well. That's extremely cool. So it's a wick here, and there's a closed body here. Well, that's dope. Also, yeah, something I want to bring up. Someone asked ChatGPT to make them a profitable trading strategy, and asked me if that'll work. I mean, I don't know, but I would definitely, definitely not count on that. Just think about it. Everyone in the world would do it, and then the world economy would cease to function, and then we'd be back to it not working. Also, you have to think about other things as well. They have no vested interest in helping you with that. In addition to that, if you're a trader, if you try to talk to the clankers, you'll notice that clankers actually have no idea about trading. They really struggle. And it's really interesting for me. Clankers can assist you in a way, but they don't understand. It's very interesting. I know some guy that he does not trade algo, but he has made his system more efficient with AI, a self-learning system, but it has no idea what he's doing. Has no idea. No matter how simplistic the strat is, because of what goes into it. If you're in the Discord, if you're trading, you know what I'm talking about. And the bad boy. Oh, look at that. Looks like we were onto something to me. We've come down from these 120 ranges to 87. Well, well, well. I was talking about that. Clean moves up. Man, that just it's so invalidated. Like, what am I working with? This? What the clank? This kind of has to rearrange. You can, but I don't like them. I don't like them. This range is looking fine. You can make it a bit smaller if you want to, like that, but not that it's going to matter too much. Because you got the 200 MA here, the sticks, and these are all volume zones. You already know that. So that's all good and dandy and fine. Moving down further. Yeah, so this needs to get moved up. It has rearranged very nicely. The SR got has been invalidated lately, but previous to that has been very strong. So we'll leave it be for now and see what the fuck this does. USD knock. Oh yeah, we haven't traded this forever. It's just not what it used to be, man. Look at this. It used to be oh, it's annoying right now. Silver, nothing there, and gold is on a downtrend, man. It is so interesting. It is so interesting. And China's just averaging in like a motherfucker. But as we can see now, it hasn't entered a trend being down. It hasn't broken that upward trend. Gold generally doesn't do that. Not for extended periods of time either. Especially lately. But it not happening in a long while makes it more likely that it's going to happen now. So we'll see what happens. With that said, it looks like I've painted through everything. Let's see if there is anything in the Discord. Is Diddy talking about Bonnie Blue and shit? But no, that's not. Oh yeah. Let me mention something about a question being missed. So this is. It's not the questionnaire today. Single question. This is a quick question I can also answer from Timmy here. So it says, "Hello, Professor Rune. While reading The Intelligent Investor, I came across the 90-10 rule. I was wondering why this allocation is recommended and what the main reasoning behind it is. Kind regards, Timmy. I hope you win your case." When he's saying, "I hope you win your case," he's talking about my criminal proceedings. My case will start on the 22nd of June. It's a RICO case. So thank you for that, Timmy. In regards to the 90-10 rule, that is Benjamin Graham realizing that even though he recommends people, even though he recommends people to avoid speculation, and I outline that as well in my stonks guide where I show what SPY does and what the average investor does. Here's the average investor down here and the red dotted line with the blue line being SPY. The reason he does it is so that you have that small amount that you can speculate, do risky investments, and lose without fucking up your portfolio. That's it. This money, it's just play money, to be honest. And it also prevents you from doing it's kind of like a stop loss if you think about it. If you think about it in trading terms. 90% of it is in safe SPY stuff that you just average into, and 10% of it is where you can buy individual stocks. Maybe you can do a penny stock, some crazy shit, and see how it goes from there. It's not something he actually recommends, but it's something he recommends if you want to speculate. He advocates for SPY, but for speculating, yeah, do a minor 10%. So there we go. We got all that answered. Even though this abomination bullshit here, you're going straight to hell for posting that, dude. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you potentially tomorrow or Tuesday. Market scan on Monday. Is that necessary? We'll see, guys. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.